Hello, hello. Is this thing working? I hope so. Nice. So, hello everybody. Today we are gonna make an adapter for this lens. I hope you can see it right. It's a CC Petri 55mm 1.7 aperture. It's a pretty old lens, but it's manual and that's good for us. That's how it looks. I gotta get my phone to make sure that everything feels right. Okay, so it seems you can see me. Okay. That's the lens. First of all, we need to take a picture of it, so that's what we'll do right now. Whoa, what happened? Thank you for subscribing, Andrei Dinko. So, okay, so let's go. We will work in Fusion 360 right now. It's free for students or hobbyists, so we will use it for now. Maybe in this way we can learn together more things, so you can use it. Okay. We should first get an idea of what mount we have. Maybe we get a picture. If not, we will make one ourselves. Okay, it seems we don't get any pictures, so I'm gonna take a picture pretty fast. Let's just download it. Is it? Yes, that's it. Okay. So why we did this? There's a feature in Fusion 360 when we can simply put a picture and calibrate the dimensions of the various parts in the picture, so we can easily 3D model it just by, let's say, importing the image. So let's do this right now. We'll also use this caliper. It's a digital caliper. I've got a cheap one right here. It's millimeter and inch, but we are in Europe, so we'll use millimeter for now. Okay. Here's our project. Let's simply drag this onto our project. Okay, it seems like it's not working this way. We can import an image right like this. Okay. We'll use the top view, so we will model everything from top to bottom. Okay, that seems right. Opacity, distance, scale. It's okay for now. Now, in order to adjust our image, we will use the caliper to get the measurement of the outside diameter of the lens, or even the inside one. It doesn't matter that much. So let's do this right now. It's 49.8. So I think we will consider this as a 50mm for now, just because our printer may not have the best tolerances here, but it will be okay. So let's start. We measured across this distance, so this is the circle. Let's I think we can adjust the image a little bit so it will be more in the center of the image of the, or it's no, it doesn't look like it. Let me adjust it that way. Okay. So here is our 50mm line. This must be as will be used as a reference now for calibrating the oh, we can just simply right click on this. So we go to the image, select the image. Okay, let me cancel this. You can select the image and then click calibrate. So now I will select on the image what dimension I want to calibrate, and then I will type the real dimension in. Let's say from here to, it will be okay, I didn't choose the best dimension, but it will be okay. And this should be 50mm. Okay, let's delete this one for now. We can also calibrate this several times, so we can go from here to here. You see there is 50.69. We should let it for 50 more precisely. Okay. On top of this, we will build the 3D design for our adapter. So this is the lens. I've recently found a 3D model of this adapter. This is printed in PETG, I guess. Yes, PETG material. It's for contacts and Yashica lens. It fits nicely on my A5100, my Sony A5100. Let's basically test it right now so you can see. This is the mirrorless camera that I'm using, and this is the lens with the adapter. Let's take this out for now. You just simply put it like this and it works like a charm. It has a pretty nice grip to it. You can unscrew the lens or take it out whenever you want. I've also declicked the aperture on this one, so I can easily adjust it in video. I think you may see it better if I do it without... Okay. I don't know if you can see it or not, but... Okay. So we will use, I think, this design as a start point. So we already have the Sony E mount design here. I think I found it on Thingiverse. I'll put a link in the description below so you can check it out if you are interested in. I think I saved it on my collections. Photo, video, yes. And I think this is the one. And this guy was... This is it. Or the NEX. Oh no, not the EGS file. This guy was pretty nice with us and gave the 3D design for free, so we can use exactly this this design for our project. Why don't you open like this? Let's place it right here so we can easily access it. Okay, so this is the Sony E mount adapter. Basically this one screws on the camera right here. It's more or less like this. If you have any questions, just ask them. I will read the comments just as I speak. Okay, so we will use this after. First of all, let's finish what we wanted. Let's start with the lens adapter. So let's go with 50mm right here and move it so it will be centered. I hope we should... Oh, how can we change the grid? Okay, no snap. Sketch grid, no grid. Nice. What's show profile, show constraints? Can we just use the... It seems like we cannot. Okay, it's good enough for now. Okay, I guess a little bit to the right it will be nice. Yep, this should be it. Okay, I mainly wanted to take a picture of this lens, of the cap, mainly because these flanges right here are on a specific angle, let's say angle, so we should try to mimic it as good as we can, so it will stay nicely in our mirrorless camera. Okay, so let's go with These ones are somewhere around 26.5. This should be nice. In order to accurately measure this, you can just take a measurement like this from one flat, almost flat I guess, side without a flange, and to the flange it's 51.7 millimeters. We know that the diameter of this circle is 50 millimeters, as we can see here, and 51.7 millimeters from the flat side to the end of the flange. It means we have around 1.7 millimeters of material. You can also measure it like this, like going really close to the flange just by measuring this this gap right here, this one, but you'll never measure it correctly, so it's basically trial and error. We may need to adjust some tolerances later when we print, but it will be alright. Okay, let's see. So we have 26.5 millimeters here. It means 1.5 millimeters above the 25 that we measured earlier. So let me just adjust my wires. So let's go with a circle that will be in diameter around 30. So this one looks like a 30 millimeter, but I don't know if you can measure this. Maybe somehow like this. Oh, but it's alright, it's alright. So we measured 51.7 right here. So if it's 51.7 like here, we will also need to double that 1.7 millimeter that we measured earlier. So it makes sense to be around 33.2, somewhere around this. So let's go with 33.2. I think it's alright for now. As you can see, I already marked those locations where the flange must end. I will do this for all three flanges, and then we will take a look about what angle is it really used for this lens mount. Just by the end of the flanges you can see there are some fillets, but we will add them later. Okay, I should first extend those lines. Let's make sure that everything is up to what we need. Nice. Nice. Okay, then we will use the trim tool. You can simply press T or go right to sketch, trim. In this way we will remove the unnecessary sketch around the outer diameter of the lens. We can also remove those lines, but I think we should firstly get a measurement of the angle. Maybe. Okay, angle 80 degrees seems alright. Let's go for an online check. Maybe we can find any design or something like a data sheet, so we can have a look on how it is actually made. It's a quite a rare lens, to be honest. I don't think we can find so many information about it, but we will try. Maybe this one? Nope. Okay, so I think we will just make it ourselves and don't care about anything else. Yep, seems like we are not lucky today. Okay, so we got the angles, we know the dimensions, we will just remove all these unnecessary lines and add those fillets so it will look like the actual lens. In order to add fillets here, you just go to sketch, and here we have fillet right here. You on this menu you have the first, I don't know, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-ish functions are just to create things. You draw lines, rectangles, circles, arcs, polygons, ellipses, and much more. Here you just have to manipulate the actual sketches that you've created. In order to add a fillet here, you just go to fillet and select the according line where you need the fillet. Let's see what dimension should we use. It looks like a 2mm or 1.5mm, I don't know. Yep, 1.5mm looks pretty decent to me. We'll also round those edges right here because it's not it will not print just as precise as we can, I think, at least want. Okay, that's not good. 0.1 0.15. Oh, that looks good. Okay, hello Robert, thank you for joining. I'm happy that you find this interesting. Okay, so as we thought earlier, we'll go with 1.5mm right here. There is some edge sticking out, but we can use the trim tool. You just press T or go to the trim and trim it just right here. Also add a fillet right here with 1.5, not 1.5, but 0.15. Okay, great. Okay, so we have the two fillets, one for the outside and one for the inside. Also, let's create this, I don't know what, a lock pin mechanism, or I don't know what it actually is. I'll go with a wild guess that it's around 0.5mm, but I don't know for sure. 0.5 looks like a great dimension for me. I'll point it directly to the center because most of the lenses are made with reference to the center of the circle that houses the lens. So let's go with 0.5mm. Why? Okay, I think we should go the other way around. I'll make this a little bit bigger than we think, mainly for safety reasons. I don't know how it will turn out when printing, we'll see later. Okay, so now I will remove the other line that I used just for reference, and I will make this one, which looks like a 1.5mm length. Okay, it seems like it's 1.5mm. I was hoping that this was also 0.5, but it looks like it's not, so I may need to make some that's not gonna work out. Basically, I think the angle between the outer ring, the outer circle, and this line is not correctly set, so I may go for another idea. Just like we did before, we will go like from the center of the lens to this point, and then go back with 0.5mm length. Just delete the other one, trim this one, and here we are. This is the outer pin. I think it's a locking pin, I don't know for sure. It's pretty small, to be sincere. Let's measure it out. It is indeed 1.5 or 1.4-ish, but it's good enough for now. This means our image worked out great for now. Okay, let's continue with the fillet thing. As we thought earlier, 1.5 millimeter, it will be just right. Also, we will go with 1.15 for these ones. Perfect. This one too. Enter, and here we go. And the last one right here, 1.5. Does anybody know if this live stream will stay on YouTube for more than, I don't know, several days, or it will be just archived with other live streams? I don't know. How is this going? So I just got a feedback that I'm not loud enough, I guess. So we should